on during Sport Beats earlier this morning, and most importantly, I said what's happening in tennis, basketball, Formula One, badminton. We hear Aaron Akwadi has dropped down the pecking order. We'll tell you all about this on the show. So sit back, relax, grab a glass of juice, a cup of coffee, get your YouTube channel ready. If you're driving it, get to your radio garden, or you put up your radio. 96.1 is the reading, and I tell you, we'll drive you home with such ease.
I love it when you make us your go-to source of sport news presenters, as well as making sure that we get you covered. I can see your message pouring already. We are grateful. Keep those messages coming. Keep those voice notes coming as well on 070-0010-961-961, 070-0010-961-961. And what's the topic? It's very, very easy. Go to all our social media handle, from Facebook to X, that is the Twitter app formerly. You can also reach us on Instagram, as well as our #1 social media handle, and that is on YouTube. The address is VOP 96.1 Abuja. VOP 96.1 Abuja. The topic is very simple. The transfer market will be upon us in a couple of weeks. Yes, I dare say in a couple of weeks. Tell us the players you want your club to sign, the players you want out of your club, and most importantly, if you are not comfortable with your coach, tell us the coach you want to have in your club. Send those messages on our social media handle, as well as you can give us a call, text message, WhatsApp call, WhatsApp, a voice note, WhatsApp message. We will be glad to hear from you. The Flying Eagles, despite the defeat, have to remain in Ghana for one more extra week. Why? When we come back from I beg your pardon, we will be looking at the reason they choose to stay behind. Could it be the ladies with their round backs? Stay tuned to find out. News from the local scene. All right, so welcome back. I'm the Sports Bishop, and I say it is a game on. Let's begin from the Nigerian Premier Football League, as the management of Shooting Stars Sport Club 3SC of Ibadan has condemned the physical harassment of Remo Stars Football Club of Ikane striker Sikiru Ilimi by some unidentified fans. The Remo Stars forward revealed on his Twitter handle that some fans physically assaulted him after the March 26 encounter between his team and the Ibadan Soccer Lords. Now, reacting to the development, Shooting Stars, in a statement issued by the club spokesman Tosi Omojola, expressed disappointment over the incident. He says, and I quote, "The length of the harassment on the persons of the Remo Stars striker Sikiru Ilimi by some unidentified fans after Sunday's match at the Lakers Salami Stadium. It is highly unacceptable, and we as a club condemn the act in its totality. Sikiru Ilimi is a professional player whom we hold in high esteem. More so, he was once our club." Could it be that the fans had to do to him what they did to João Felix of Barcelona, coming back to haunt them, and then the fans say after the game we have some unfinished business?
Come on, man. Let's be realistic. I see. There's some things we don't want to see in our sport. Whether it's from the home team or the away team, these are things we don't want to see. That's why I'm a bit skeptical about what's going on. But I'm happy that he's making such a statement. I just hope, like I said, it doesn't escalate. That's my own issue. I don't think what happened to Joao Felix is an example that we should be giving out to people. You burn his jersey, you burn his statue. A player that is still your own player.
You can imagine. He just went on loan. No. Football is fair play.
It's fair play. It's friendship.
We say no to hooliganism.
Absolutely.
We cannot condone this in our MPFL. Not at all.
Absolutely.
I wish that the NFF, the MPFL, I beg your pardon, administrators will try as much as possible to fetch the perpetrators of this.
Absolutely, I think this is something that needs to be curbed. It's something that we need to have a look at. See, to me, I will keep saying it every day of the week that the safety of the major actors in our sport should be kept. The coaches, the players, the officials. No team, no fan of any team has the right to interject into the rights of this individual, because at the end of the day, if there are no players, if there are no coaches, if there are no officials, there is no sport. Absolutely.
Of course, there is no sports. We hold these players at this club in high esteem, and whether good or bad, that is a good result or bad result.
It's part of the game. It's a game.
You lose.
You can only win, lose, or draw. Yeah, simple as that.
That is it. It doesn't go more than that. All right, Sport Bishop, let's move over now to the women's category of the league as we touch down at the camp of Rivers Angels. Their coach is talking tough, talking about Coach White Ogbonda, saying that, look, their game against Edo Queens, why must it be my Edo Queens? It's going to be a must win for his ladies. He revealed this that it should be a game that they must win at all costs. A win for the right reason, following their preparation. Talking about the warm-up game, that the warm-up as training section, I beg your pardon, that they had following their qualification for the season's Super 6. Ubonda made this known after the team's training section in Port Harcourt that his team are ready to roar. He also stated that the team has one mission in Benin City, which is to win, and the players are aware of the mission. I love this mission.
I love it. See, Edo Queens have been kind of impeccable, if I must use that word, so far this season. If you look at the log, after the last game played in the NPFL, you realize that they're sitting pretty where they want to be. I think the top 8, yes, exactly. Edo Queens, if you look at where they are, they are fourth on the log, just above the Super 6, the top 3 to make it to the Super 6. But I'm trying to get to hear exactly what the man had to say, and I was a bit quite skeptical. I'm talking about the Women's League. Edo Queens must win at Rivers United. It's a must win, because this is the reason why. If you look at where Rivers are on the table, they top the table with 18 points. Second with Bayelsa Queens as well on 16 points. FC Robo are on 15 points. Edo Queens are just behind them. A win for them against Rivers United can shift them up to the top 3, depending on the result where Bayelsa will take an FC Robo do encounter. So that's in Group B. So I see the reason why the Edo man is speaking to, because if you watch let me take it back a bit. If you were here for the Shiro's Cup that took place here in Abuja, they were impeccable, they were unplayable, and they tore teams into shreds. So I understand why the coach is saying something like that, heading to that encounter.
And just to add to your voice, Sport Bishop, a win for Rivers United, Rivers Angels,
push them up to 21 points.
And start pushing them up there, it is an automatic qualification to the Super 6.
Absolutely.
So you can see why he says that, look, as for Rivers Angels, it is a must-win game. But recall, they are playing in Benin City.
It doesn't matter.
It matters.
We've seen Rivers United the Premier team so far this season. Let's be sincere. The last time Rivers United were in action, if you go check, let's again, they beat Remo Stars lady 2 goals. This Remo Stars team are a very good team.
Come on, Remo Stars, they are newbies to the league.
But look at where they sit on the table, man.
They are newbies.
Look at where they sit on the table. They are both teams like Ekiti Queens and Sunshine Queens. Who would have thought? I know they are 6. They're not doing so pretty well. But if you look at the point difference, they're just barely plus minus 4 points from let's say 4 points, forgive me, 6 points off the top 3. So it is what it is. I think for Rivers United, they're having a great time. They're having a fantastic season, especially playing at home. Especially this girl called Udube. They have been scoring goals so much this season, and it's a thing for her to remember. So kudos to her as well in this, for her and her team. So if they win, like you said, it is what it is. Okay.
I love statement like this because it's only going to fuel the games for the fans, for the players, as well as we, the journalists.
If you've been following the league, you realize that the league has been bigger. The league has been better.
Prize money has increased.
Come on, the quality of football, man. I'm more interested in the quality of football. Maybe not all stadiums, but the quality of stadiums as well have improved.
True.
Kudos to the chairperson of the NWFL, that is Nkechi Obi. She's been doing a fantastic job. And I said her Women Rising has been her go-to. Okay, let's give the results of fixtures of game to expect tomorrow, the 20th of March 2024. Talking about match day 10 of the Nigeria Women Football League. You have Nigeria Tels taking on Danas Ladies at the Agui Ironsi Stadium here in the FCT. Confluence Queens, that's 4 p.m. Confluence Queens will take on Adamawa Queens in the Iyamo Hall Stadium, Auchi, 4 p.m. Abia Angels versus the Royal Queens at the Imba Stadium in Aba. Heartland Queens take on Nasarawa Amazons at the Danaya Stadium 4 p.m. as well. That's for Group A. In Group B, you have Remo Stars hosting Dana Queens at the Remo Star Ikena Stadium 4 p.m. Ekiti Queens will take on Bayelsa Queens. Sunshine Queens will take on Robo Queens, and of course at the Akure Township Stadium, and of course Edo Queens at the Obebudia Stadium would welcome Rivers Angel, the table toppers, to decide what happens next in that encounter. But earlier today, I caught up with the vice captain of Nigeria Hotels during the final training ahead of the game against the ladies. Don't lost 2 of them and the first encounter. Yes. And the captain was quite boisterous. The captain was quite will I use the right word? She believed that she can get something out of this game. Let's hear from her.
Okay.
Let's hear what she had to say talking about the captain. Last time you met 2-0 loss in Lagos. It's been a long-term break, from the last time you played. What should Nigerians be expecting tomorrow?
A change of the result of meeting them last time. So tomorrow's game, we are working very hard to win our game.
Okay, then let's look at the last game. It wasn't the best of game against Nasarawa. It was a drop-in at the Lafayette Stadium. What do you think will change mentally from what we saw in the last game?
I think individually we have to be ready to face the challenge. We need to build ourselves individually, our mindset needs to be better than how it was before. That's what the coaches have been working on during this break. I'm sure we're ready to go.
And final words to Nigeria Hotels fans around Abuja. What do you want them to do tomorrow?
Thank you for your unlimited support. Even though things have been difficult, we are promising that this is going to be a change around us. Don't leave our side. Still come out to play by 4 p.m. for her support your girls.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Optimism all across her face, as well as in her voice. You can tell that the game tomorrow will be a must-win for her team.
It's a must-win. If you look at where they are on the table, let's now do the maths. I love mathematics. They don't sit very well on the table. If you look at the table right now, you can see where they sit. Not pretty. They sit 7th on the log with 8 points. 4 points are driven Adamawa Queens, who are even 6th. So they need to win like 2-3 games to be thinking of climbing up the cadre. Maybe top Super 6 will be a tall ask for Kocholo Okore Bankole and his lads. But to be sincere, they need to start winning games against probably Dana's ladies team who sits 3rd. They win, they move up to 11 points, and when they win again, you know what, they are back in the mix again. So it's about winning, especially turning their home games to victories, which has not been easy for them so far in the campaign.
All right, let's move away from the Nigerian Premier Women's League, as well as the Nigeria Premier Football League. Let's touch down the game of table tennis, as it's not really good news coming out from that sport. Talking about our own Aruna Kadri losing his number 1 sport to his ever rival Egypt Omar Assad. Sport Bishop, but no thanks to the defeat he suffered in the hands of this young man in the ongoing 13th All African Games going down in Ghana, losing that final to Egyptian Omar Assad, as really dented his number 1 sport. Right now, Omar has overtaken him as the number 1 player in Africa and the number 17th player in the world.
Yeah, Haruna fell to 11th position. In Africa, from 11th position to 19th in the world and 2nd in Africa. Sad one for Aruna Quadri. It used to be
position he has held for a long time.
Very long time. When somebody beats you 3 consecutive Africa games, it hurts. It hurts, man. He thought maybe this was the final. This is the final. To end that jinx, that mental block,
And it was a close
encounter in the final, but Usasad again.
It is.
So sad. I don't know. I just wish.
Sad.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right, Sport Bishop, can we touch down the camp of the Flying Eagles as we hear that they are yet to touch down Nigeria following the defeat they suffered in the hands of the young Teranga Lions of Senegal that condemned them out of the men's category of the football games. They lost by 3-2 in that encounter. They are scheduled to have touchdown on Sunday right here in Nigeria, but so far they are still right there in Ghana.
I think the big question is this. It's so sad that the Flying Eagles are not yet back. Don't forget, they lost 2 games and won 1 game in the group stages and they were unable to pick up the semi-final tickets in that one. But the Nigerian men were supposed to arrive on Sunday, but they will have to wait for other contingents whose game would have ended to board this flight to the country. So they're not playing the waiting game. They're out, so they'll be having fun.
Sport Bishop, now they are waiting for the other team to probably come back victoriously. Yes, I believe victoriously.
Yeah.
Who's going to feed them?
It has to be the organizers.
Extra expense?
Maybe not the organizers, maybe not, we don't know. But like I said, they will have to find a way around, whether it is the organizers, whether it is the
Who's
sports,
going to take care of their welfare?
Whether it is the sports ministry. But they have to. They say the flight. They have to wait for the flight to be, to have a full contingent of team, so that they will not waste things. Now.
I understand the cost. The cost. NFF is trying to curtail. But my own worries. Welfare of the players.
Yeah, hopefully.
The extra expense.
Hopefully it's been taken care of.
Oh, okay, we are now.
That's why I said hopefully the sport ministry understands, because they're the one who asked them to stay back. So they should know they will take care of the players. Absolutely.
It's all about taking care of the players, the sport ministry, where we make sure that we continue to follow that story and give you all the in-swingers concerning the Flying Eagles.
We hear that Ladamboso as well has got a chance to rewrite history. He's got another competition again coming in October.
Sport Bishop.
The Wafu B. The Wafu B under 20 championship.
Are you beating your chest that you, of all the vacant position in the Nigerian team, from the Super Eagles down to the cadet level, the under 17, and to me, the under 20, because for some reason the under 20 position has not been declared vacant. Just the under 17 and the senior
Super Eagles
national team. That of the Super Falcons is taken care of.
Under 20 Falconets taken care of.
It is
under 17 ladies, the Flamingos taken care of.
It is just the under 20, and people are saying
under 20 has a joke.
Could it be that this man have signed a
lifetime contract?
Honestly, Sport Bishop, because for 17 years he hasn't won anything. For 17 years, we do not know his playing pattern. For 17 years, it has been recycling of players, Sport Bishop. Are we not tired of Coach Ladamboso, or is the NFF seeing what we are not seeing?
It's not my job or my jurisdiction.
But I want to make it your jurisdiction right now.
I don't employ these people. That's what I tell people. We can do our job as analysts to decide, okay, to be serious, I don't think Ladamboso has done anything good to our football in the last 4 or 5 years.
The result is there.
I think the 20 World Cup was abysmal, one of our worst out in a very long time. I also think, to be sincere with you as well, that when after I watched the first game at the Africa game, I told you here, it was a recipe for disaster that were crashing out, and surely we did. So he has come out to blame preparation that he had only 1 week with the players, and I asked myself, if you know the job is Herculean, why don't take the job? So for me, I think is NFF to decide. I hope we have it. Don't you think we have a technical committee who look at, if after every competition they look at the performance of the coach and then decide what next to do? This man has been going to tournaments and coming out from the quarterfinals, round of 16, and they still feel he's doing so well. So who am I to say, he's doing badly? It's the job of the NFF to decide. I know they've done their due diligence and they will come back to tell us. But we know, what I know is that October, the under 20 will be in action at the WAFO B. And for now, they've not, until otherwise stated, Ladamboso will be in charge of that team.
Nigerians will definitely have their hats in their mouth as this man will continue to be the coach of the under 20 team for Nigeria. We just hope that until then he steps up his coaching technicality, he steps up his coaching tacticality, he steps up and rejink his squad. Hence, it might just be another moment where we will lick our wounds and say, we said it. he's not going to offer anything. And talking about offering anything, Sport Bishop, just when we thought that the position for the Super Eagles has finally been put to bear, with the likes of Emmanuel Amunike being the favored one, or the anointed one, or the blessed one by Nigerians and sport journalists like you and I, we hear that the NFF has reacted negatively to that news that Emmanuel Amunike, the one that people want to take over the job as the Super Eagles coach, is not qualified enough according to the NFF, that he is not world class. In quote, that moving forward from Pesero, they need a world-class coach. And Amunike is not in that bracket.
I think we need to quote them verbatim so people understand what they're saying, how it is. Because when I saw the news, I was like, wow, how did we go from here? You know, but I'll let you, Franklin, to quote the word for word so they understand what the NFF meant by he is not world class.
All right, reacting to the news, a member of the technical committee of the NFF spoke with us, and he says, and I quote, "I have read reports about these people. I believe that he will step into the Super Eagles head coach job. Most are speculations. If you want to hear the truth from me, we are taking the search beyond all the coaches that have been speculated so far. We are looking towards hiring another expatriate technician," he says. He went for that to say that the only problem we have now is that we want to hire a world-class coach. I have nothing against indigenous coaches. The person we need at the moment is a foreign coach. The person we need at the moment is a foreign coach, to which Emmanuel Amunike is not a foreign coach. He says so against indigenous coaches. The person we need at the moment is the foreign coach with the prerequisite experience to handle the Super Eagles. He must be the type of coach who will come and support in the overall development of our football. Finally, the Super Eagles is presently constituted at too big for the indigenous coaches that Nigerians are clamoring for. They are not bad coaches, but they are not yet at the level that they are effective, that they can effectively handle the senior national team. End of quote.
This is gibberish. This is good readings. They're not good enough, but Pesero is.
Is world class.
They're not good enough, but Ghana Raw is.
Is world class.
What's the antecedents? I thought you checked for you to be a world class close. Your CV would have to speak volumes. What has Pesero done in the map of football? What has Ghana Raw? I think we made Ghana Raw a better coach leaving us than how we came. We helped him more than he helped us. And now he's sought after. Pesero is not sought after. Why didn't Egypt? Why were Algeria and Egypt not running after him before Nigeria picked him up? To me, this is total rubbish. I know I said something about you when the news report came out that the NFF are hinging on Amunike for the coach, Fridi for assistant, Manu Garba for God League. And I told you clearly that the NFF is strongly, I said something like that.
You did.
That they are strongly inclined to getting a foreign coach. And now we've got our confirmation. They want a foreign coach. They want a coach from, I don't know. I don't know why we believe in expatriate, why we think that the foreigners are better than us. I don't know, you get us a grade D or grade C coach because he's from Europe. Are we going forward or going backward?
And come to think of it, that they believe that only a foreign coach can get the job done.
When last the foreign coach win the African Cup of Nations? When last the foreign coach take an African team more than a round of 16? The last time Morocco did well, it was
an indigenous coach.
Ragagui. When Nigeria did well, it was Bamadi. When Cameroon did well, it was Senegal Alusise.
When Egypt won the Afcon back to back,
it was Mohamed Shehata.
It was a local coach.
So what are we saying? What class? In what sense? What are the criteria that he coached Real Madrid? Did Pesero coach Real Madrid? Pesero, where did Pesero play professional football? Where did Pesero play professional football?
What title
Amunike played in Barcelona.
What
title? He won under 17. He has been in the footballing map. He's not outdated. Same can go for Sunday Olise. These guys have tried to pitch their tents in. Undubisi Obe is the first Nigerian coach to coach in the Champions League. Please, call many African coaches that have coached in the Champions League group stages. So I don't understand what is the yardstick. But like I said, it's down for the listener to do the job and the viewers and those watching us on YouTube as well. Please talk to us. What is the yardstick for you to be tagged a world-class coach? If Amunike isn't, If Samson Siasa, who has debunked that he even applied in the first place, he's Sunday listening out. Please, I want to know, do you agree with the statement coming from a member of the board of the NFF that we need a foreign coach at this point in time? The numbers to call are simple: 0700 010 961 961. That is 0700 010 961 961. Don't forget, you can also send us an SMS, a WhatsApp voice note, a WhatsApp message, or a WhatsApp call, all on the same number, and we'll get to hear from. That's the big major talking point today. Do you agree with the NFF that yes, we need a world class, in short, a foreign, because they put the word for it, a foreign in quotes.
Now the local coach, they are not at the same level.
So guys, please talk to us. I want to hear from you.
All right, before we go on our first commercial break, let's touch down the camp of Cameroon as we hear that the most sought after young teenager, talking about another person, Bondafan Douala, has finally been cleared to play in the upcoming playoffs for Cameroon. The president of Victoria United was able to prove they do not know why. They do not know by what alchemy that Ben Dali Alexandra was a different person, that he died a long time ago, talking about the mother of these players. Let's take this call. Hello, good evening, and welcome to the show.
Hello, good evening.
We can hear you. Good evening. Tell us your name and where you're calling us from.
Hello? Wow, please, you do have to call us back. It looks like you would have to call us back. Please do call us back. The numbers is 0700 010 961 961.
Sport Bishop, let's hear your take before we go on this commercial break.
He has been cleared. What do you want me to say? They said every evidence provided has been discounted. They've discounted. So the boy is 17 years old. That is what we hear. But let's take this call. Hello, what's the name? Where are you calling from?
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. What's the name? Where are you calling from?
Okay, this is Demola from Durumi.
Demola on the way from Durumi. Good to have you on the show. Let's hear your take, Demola.
Thank you, Sports Bishop.
My brother.
You know that this country we don't like each other.
Why do you say
like?
I'm not aware. Hello?
Demola, are you there?
I'll go.
Demola, can you hear me?
Oh, wow. Since the network is really active.
Demola, you would try to call us. Please do change your location. Maybe it's the network. Just tilt your location a bit and then we'll get back to us. But fortunately, guys, we hear that Douala has been cleared, 17 years. He will continue his footballing career as normal. The person behind that name has died.
All right, let's go on this commercial break. And when we return, we will be moving straight to the foreign scene. And we got something hot on the kitty. When we return, you will get to find out.
More calls and more messages when we come back. Don't go nowhere.
VOP 96.1 FM.
Today's sun is so hot though.
So what are you waiting for? Get the authentic taste of creamy cold berry ice cream. To order online from Gariki, call 090-8831-5907. Guarimpa 090-8831-5909. And Lugbe 090-8845-3416.
Enjoy authentic cold berry ice cream. Now, you can enjoy the original taste of premium American Romeo's Pizza. Juicy, just the way you like it. To order online from Guarimpa, call 090-8831-5908. Gariki 090-8831-5906. And Lupe 090-9238-9861. Romeo's Pizza, the pizza champions.
Coming in hot, just like the way you.
Are you aware that Iruka Online Limited installed and designed a 100,000 capacity church building? Oh yeah, we are the sole distributors of global leading brands all over the world, such as Wafday Line Array, speakers and digital amplifiers, Preseno's digital mixers and studio equipment, Coswell workstations and keyboards, Fender guitars, Mapex drums, Ashdown bass combos, just to mention but a few. We offer flexible payment plan handled by our financial department with 24/7 customer care support system. You can visit our website on www.iruka.com to avoid buying fake products. You can also visit our showroom at number 36 Lagos International Airport Road beside Golden Tulip Hotel. Iruka, never settle for less.
Every play, every score, and every victory is a story waiting to be told. Sports Bit. Weekdays at 8:30 a.m. Now you have a voice.
After a long week at school, don't you want to wind down and have fun?
Are you ready, kids?
Aye, aye, Captain!
I can't hear you!
Tune in to the Kids Cafe and enjoy story time, spelling bees, and poems, and win amazing prizes.
Yeah, boy! Owlette! Gecko! Let's go!
Kids Cafe, Saturdays at 11 a.m. on VOP 96.1 FM. It's the Kids Cafe. Come, let's have fun.
I can't think of a rhyme! DJ Masks, DJ Masks.
Meet us on YouTube, Insta, and Twitter at Voice of the People 96.1 FM. Tune in for all the action. Rep your team and be loyal to the game. Sports Lounge, weekdays 4 to 5 p.m. Now, you have a voice.
Alright, so welcome back to the second half of your biggest sports show in the land. Yes, I did say it is the biggest. If it's not the biggest, you won't find the Sport Bishop there. If it's not the biggest, definitely Uncle Fanboy will be missing in action. It's all about the Sport Lounge on your super duper radio dial. Voice of the People 96.1 FM Abuja. Of course, we are still here giving you the best of sport, entertainment, and analysis. As Sport Bishop, you just have to hold your thoughts as Sims Demola is back to talk to us. Hello, Demola. Are you still there with us?
Yes,
all right, so the network actually played a prank on you. Let's hear you.
Go ahead, Demola, talk to us. Hello, Demola, talk to us. Wow, what's going on today? You know what? Keep trying, please. At some point, if you find it difficult to get to us through the normal route or normal call, please do try the WhatsApp call as well. They're all legit. We'll take those calls, whether it's WhatsApp call or normal call. We will take them just as they come. Since we have a voice note right now, almost 2 minutes. Let's hear from Peter. I could have his name is Peter. From Agbo, Delta State. Let's hear what he had to say.
Agbo in Delta State. Good evening to you.
I'm calling from Agbo, Delta State. Concerning the players, I want my team to sign Manchester United. I'm a Manchester United fan. I would like us to work on our midfield. Yeah, our midfield is very, very poor. Just having only one midfielder who can work with the ball, hold it, push it forward with confidence. and that's only 18-year-old boy, Kobe Manu. So I would like us to work on our midfield to get one or two attacking midfielder, the likes of Musiala and another good midfielder, because I can't rely on Bruno anymore. Yeah, though Bruno is a good player, no doubt, but come on, we all see what he does. Most of his play is try and error. Just try to flip the ball. Just what he always tries. So if nobody is running, then those is try and error wouldn't work. So I would like us to sign a very good midfielder who can hold the ball very well with confidence. Thank you. And also I would like us to work on our defense line too. Yeah, because we can't always hope on Varane and Lindelof. Yeah, because Maguire, I don't think is going to stay long in the club, and the injury-prone Martinez too. So I would like us to get a good center back, and also our right back and left back. Yeah, thank you very much.
Very thank you. You are Peter, all the way from Agbo, Delta State. Just so you know, we are virtually everywhere.
Yeah, you can listen to us on Radio Garden, Voice of the People, 96.1 FM Abuja. You can also watch us live on YouTube as well, on Voice of the People, 96.1 FM Abuja. And of course, you can listen to us on terrestrial radio if you are in Abuja or the environs on 96.1 FM Abuja. Let's take this call. Hello, what's the name and where are you calling from? Can you hear me? Hello? Hello, what's the name and where are you calling from?
Hello, Demola, are you still there?
Hello? Can you hear me? Wow. What's going on with the network today? Hello, Demola, can you hear me?
Are you hearing me clear now?
Better, finally.
Better.
Talk to us.
Okay. So what I'm trying to say
wow.
Position trying to perform Nations form.
Oh wow, we just unfortunately, please do try call us back. I don't know what's wrong with the network today.
Or Demola, you can make use of our WhatsApp platform
to make your call or drop a message as well.
You can as well do us a voice note.
Exactly.
Or everything you want to say, just go there on WhatsApp and say it. We'll make sure that we give your voice a listening pleasure. All right, Sport Bishop, can we move over now to the transfer market?
Let's move to the foreign scene, where we'll be talking about a lot of things. One man, Kobe, is in the news. You got Tudor in the news, Vinicius in the news, and of course, the transfer market.
Let's take you to the foreign scene. Right, and to the foreign scene, rather, we will take you. And where else should we begin from, if not at the busiest market in the world? Whether it is the season of transfer or off the season of transfer, talking about the closure of the transfer window, trust me, it is always busy. And Sport Bishop, over the weekend, we saw the game between Atletico Madrid and Barcelona, where one man was at the middle of a controversy, a Portuguese forward, João Felix. And reports we are getting is that Barcelona are not willing to spend big on the Portuguese forward, and Diego Simeone and Atletico Madrid are not ready to take him back.
He will go back to England now. He didn't know when he was scoring those goals.
So where in
and
England?
This thing will happen.
So where in particular?
And now they have born his statue. They have born his jersey. See, when you're on loan, you need to be humble. You don't say some things, because at the end of the day, you can return back home. Now your parents come and say, we don't want you, thank you very much. The club you are even thriving for is saying, thank you very much, we don't want you either. And this is what we get. This is what we get. So it is what it is for me. I'm not really happy to be sincere with you, but man, I think he's in a big dilemma right now. Go, stay, both don't want him. But I think he's a good player. I think he will attract suitors from somewhere else.
From somewhere like the Saudi Pro League, right? Because it looks like that is
every player that is not wanted in Europe find a niche in Saudi Arabia. But we hope, come on, I think he still got some good years ahead of him. Remember when he came here, everybody thought it was the new Cristiano Ronaldo who would take Portuguese football to the next level. But the tide had changed. A lot of things has happened. And it is what it is, yeah.
Still dwelling in the transfer market spot, Bishop, a Man United fan, Peter, all the way from Agbo, was talking about his team's midfield, and that is Man United, saying they only have one ball-playing player in the person of Kobe Ameno, who is also there doing the Lord's work. Yeah. But then we heard a couple of minutes ago that Christian Eriksen have come out to tell Erik ten Hag that he's no longer comfortable, he's no longer happy at the club following a sparring future in the club.
Eriksen was doing so well up until he was dropped. He got injured, I beg your pardon, and then he couldn't get back up.
And Kobe stepped up.
See, there's a space for Eriksen. As much as I want to, I believe that Kobe Mano is a player for the future. He's got the athleticism, he's got the youthful exuberance, he's got the ability to cover distance. But Eriksen has got the brain. We complain that Man United have suffered from creating clear-cut chances. Numbers are sickening. They're not creating as much as they should, and that's because Eriksen was injured. Now he's back. Is there no way he can play Kobe and Eriksen together?
Does Eriksen have the leg to do that?
Oh yes, he can.
Does he have the energy to do
that?
That?
What happened when he was playing in his when he was still playing for Man United?
Then we had a certain Casemiro who could cover up for him. But Casemiro at the moment, we all know that his weight, his age,
when
injury.
Casemiro was still playing, they were playing Casemiro and Kobe Mino. What happened? Are you telling me that Kobe has more common man? I'm not. You know me. You know my take on rushing players into the front line.
True.
It's not my. They need to graduate. At some point, you rush him too early. You rush him out too early back to retirement. It's that simple. It is that simple. So for me, it's about taking it one step at a time. The boy will come good. He's 17-year-old. The boy can come better. He can play it at 17. He can play it at 20. Play sparingly in games importantly, but don't make him become an important mainstay in the team. Now we're hearing from report that he has been called up to the England national team.
Deservedly.
Oh yes, for the friendlies against Belgium and Brazil. My question is this: okay, look at the midfielders that have been also called up with him: Jude Bellingham, Real Madrid; Conor Gallagher, Chelsea; Jordan Henderson, Ajax Amsterdam; James Maddison, Spurs; Declan Rice. Oh, beautiful, and then Kobe. Where would Kobe play in this game?
In the midfield.
Where in this team?
In the defensive department of the midfield. Talking about players being called up, of course, you heard it from him that Kobe Mino has been called to the Three Lions national team, pouring cold water on his invitation to the Black Stars of Ghana. It seems that Ghana have lost this one.
It's not over yet. He needs to play 3 competitive games. This is just one. We saw Brahim Diaz earlier this week. Switch allegiance to Morocco after playing a friendly game for Spain.
You know, England are very technical when it comes to these things. They will just bring him a substitute that he plays
90 plus 4 minutes. He runs it.
He comes in.
2 seconds.
Complete that
90
games.
plus 4 minutes and 13 seconds. He runs it. That's 2 cap.
Recall on what happened to a certain Jordan Ibe. No, not even
John Fashion. No,
not even
a certain Gabriel Abola
and Jordan Ibe of Liverpool.
He said when he was playing for Liverpool, it was Jordan Ibe. He got in the net with Jordan Ibe. When they dropped him, it became Jordan Ibe. He returned back to his roots.
Are not nice. All right, as they're talking about transfer market, let me let you know that it is not only players that will be moving. We hear that it is a dilemma for former German coach Hansi Flick as he is contemplating whether to go to the Spanish league and join Barcelona, or he should come to the EPL and perhaps coach Man United or Liverpool or Chelsea, or maybe remain in Germany and continue with Bayern Munich.
No, come on, Bayern Munich is a no. We are not going back there. We'll put it into.
Come on, a certain Frank Lampard went to Chelsea after the first spell.
It became worse.
A certain Jose Mourinho went back to Chelsea,
and it became worse.
Then a certain what's his name now? Samson Siasia came down to the Super Eagles.
And the rest is history.
Wow.
So, guys, come on, man. I'm not saying he cannot go back, but I'm saying Bayern Munich are not in a good place.
At the moment?
They are not in a good place. This is a team that can likely go trophyless for the first time in over 10 years, you know. So they're not in a good place. So for me, going back to Bayern Munich is a no-no for me. I think he should pitch to one of the English club. He's a quality manager. We saw him in his time with the German national team. Though it didn't work out too well for him. We saw what he can do. He kind of brand of attacking football he plays. Attacking, blistering pace, high pressing kind of football. Energetic kind of football. So I think he'll be good for the Premier League. I think that's where he should be. Barcelona is a no-no.
Okay.
Barcelona, the Xavi effect. In the words of Xavi, Barcelona are ungrateful. They could turn on him as quickly as the second month in charge. Don't forget, it's not Spanish.
True.
We saw what happened to
Ronald Koeman.
You took it out of my mouth. You know, I'll tell you, if Ronald Koeman got the support Xavi had gotten, I think he would have done far better than Xavi. But Xavi got what? And look at what Xavi is churning out, and he's complaining that they are ungrateful, despite all the players they put on the table for him. So it is what it is. I think he should stay in England, find a club in England, and prove his worth.
As Sport Bishop, let's take this message all the way from Port Harcourt. This one is from Kelvin Sadua. I assume that Man United fans are the one are really wanting their voice to be heard in this edition. He says that Man United should be the busiest side going into the transfer window because we have a messy team. That is what he said. He said, for now, I have no names at a pinpoint, but Man United needs 2 centre backs, and he said Varane is old, a defensive midfield, a striker to assist Rasmus Højlund, and a left back.
What happened to Luke Shaw?
He's still there.
And Sergio Reguilon.
Reguilon is gone. He was brought in on loan. But then they have a certain Tyria Malacia.
And that, I even forgot he was a Man United
said that he has retired, and Man United fans don't want
But I think he was good when he started playing for Man United. Let's be sincere. He had a good start. Injury wasn't kind of pretty to him. But come on, Man United 3 signings. Let's see what the Enos Grandels, the Enos can do under Jim Ratcliffe. What they can do, okay? Wait and see. Okay, guys, keep the calls coming in, guys. Keep the messages coming. I'm loving the fact that it's getting interactive. What do you want your team to? What do you want from your team in the transfer market as well? Let's hear from you. Also, let's also know what you think about the world. Nigeria does not have a world-class coach. I have searched. I'm looking at the list now. Ndubisi Egbo. We have Samson Siasa Olise, Amunike, Amokachi, Salisu Yusuf, Ladan Boso. Nigeria do not have a world. Finidi George.
Finidi should be the one that would take
for the friendly games. He's in charge. We know that already. He'll be in charge, and we also hear that some players are already in camp, as much as 13 players. I'll give you the name before we leave the show. Let's focus on Europe for now. But guys, what do you think? 0700 010 961 961 0700 010 961 961.
Joshua Kimmich might be sold by Bayern Munich this season. We hear that Manchester City, Arsenal, Liverpool, Real Madrid, and Barcelona are hot on the chase of these young players.
I think it's long concluded. He had a spat, a brawl with Thomas Tuchel.
His assistant.
Thomas Tuchel, precisely. And this is the talking point. I don't know. He was asking, is Thomas Tuchel a defensive midfielder or is he an attacking midfielder?
Joshua Kimmich, you mean?
Joshua Kimmich, I beg your pardon. The big question is about his quality in his defensive role. He sees himself as a midfielder. Thomas Tuchel sees him as a right back, and the club management sees him as a midfielder. And I think that's where the issue with Thomas Tuchel started before the fact that he was going to leave. So he started that brawl in the team. We know he wants to go for somewhere he feels he's going to be after. But yeah, he's looking at teams in England, maybe Liverpool, Arsenal, Man United.
Let's talk about our own Victor Osimhen.
Yeah.
Paris Saint-Germain is hot on his chest.
Yeah.
Man United kind of need him, but though not official. But we hear that one team is begging and say, please come to us. We also hear that his friend turned agent and the person of Mikel Obi is saying that Victor Osimhen, you must come to Chelsea by all means. And we hear that Arsenal fans want Osimhen to be in that club. Where would you want Osimhen to be?
I want Osimhen to be where Osimhen would be. He's decision to decide.
And where is it?
I don't know. I think it's not in Napoli. And I think it's not in Manchester United. Because with the emergence of Rasmus Højlund, he can't be, at this level of his career, he can't be a big part player or, where we say you play today, I play tomorrow, not Victor Osimhen. And it can be, of course, Chelsea. Chelsea are in a bad place.
Oh, wow.
They won't be playing Champions League football come next season. And if they play European football, it will be by the skin of his teeth. So for me, I think it should be either Arsenal. Yes, Arsenal. Look at me in my eyes again.
Can Arsenal pay?
Arsenal can, but Arsenal won't. It's not whether Arsenal can. Look at the books now. Arsenal are even more healthier than Man United on the papers. They
in terms of our wages.
They are more healthy when it comes to the spending power right now. Man United are owing a lot of debts and that. So for me, I think Arsenal can, but Arsenal won't. Come on, I've not seen them fork out that amount of money for a certain player. It's very important.
I wish I can agree with you that Arsenal won't be able to pay for Victor
Not that they can't pay.
But one man who is an ardent Arsenal fan, he just joined us on the show and he wants his voice to be heard. And whenever he hears Arsenal, his antenna gets 100% coverage. Let's talk to Mr. J. You know him as Mr. J.
Hello.
Let's hear your take on us now. We don't have much time. I know
I know no time again. And for me to still rush into the studio, despite looking at my time, I said, oh, but when I had this club wanting a player and you were arguing whether they can or whether they will, it's a matter of if Arsenal wants to.
Not that they can.
Yeah. If they want to. Look at the players they've been paid. Look at how much they were paying Mesut Ozil before his departure. Look at how much they were paying Aubameyang before his departure. If at all Arsenal sees any reason to sign with Victor Osimhen, his wages wouldn't be a problem.
So for you, Arsenal should go all out for Victor Osimhen because Arsenal don't have that number 9.
Arsenal will go for a cheaper alternative in Alexander Isak of Newcastle.
No, not Isak. Victor. This Victor. This Swedish guy. Where is he?
Gorkes. They will go for Isak. It's a cheaper option.
No.
Lucas is not proven. Isak is proven, and it's more cheaper than Victor Osimhen by the system. Have you been to Sokoto before? From here to Sokoto, well cheaper. That's how long.
Finally on the show, guys, we hear that Real Madrid have filed a complaint against a referee who took charge of Saturday's game at Osasuna for omitting the alleged racist abuse towards the forward Vinicius Junior in his match report. Why always Vinicius Junior? Is he the only black guy?
They omitted it. So it's not part of their report, and they are not. These guys are not really happy with that. And I accept Real Madrid. They are doing the need to see. As much as we need to find a way to curb this thing out of our sport. It is really sad that we've gotten to a level where we now talk about what this. It's really sad. I must tell you. So it is what it is. We'll wait and see how things pan out. But come on, we need to curb this out of our game.
I'll tell you exactly how it's going to pan out. You're going to wrap up the show in 5, 3, 2, 1.
5, 3, 2, 1.
Skip the 4.
What a formation.
Skip the 4 because it's time for us to do what it
Anyway, like I promised you quickly, just excuse me, I have to do this call of the Nigerian fans. These are the players.
I'm a good person.
These are the players in camp right now. We have goalkeeper Stanley Wabali, Alex Iwobi, Moses Simon, Jamiu Collins, Bruno Yemechi, Cyril Dizier, Nathan Taylor, Calvin Bassi, Semilogo Ajayi, Fisayo Dele Bashiru, and not forgetting, these are the players. 10 players are in camp in Morekesh, and they'll be tutored by Finidi.
I come tomorrow morning at exactly 8:30 a.m. We should be giving you more on the players in camp for the
I will be live at the Agui Rossi Stadium, giving you in-swingers from that game between Nigeria Hotels and Danas Ladies from the Nigerian Football League. Like I always say, in our own, that's the only team, both male and female, in the top flight league here in Nigeria.
All right.
That is in Abuja.
Join us tomorrow morning on the show, Sport Beats at exactly 8 a.m. The Sport crew will be back to talk more sport. But right now, we hand you over to the safe hands
of the delectable, the amiable, the fashion guru, the impeccable.
Bishop, start going on.
Absolute bunkers. You need to see her. Please do.